you want to be healthier, yet you just don't know what to do? All these shows telling you this and that, but nothing seems to work. Well, listen close. Golden State Media Concepts has got something great for you. The Health and Wellness Podcast, dedicated to workout trends, healthy eating habits, diet, and everything about healthy living. Join us in our banters as we help you not just live life to the fullest, but live it to the healthiest.
Hey guys, welcome to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Cynthia, and happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope we're all hanging in there. I know anxiety and stress, post-election stress is taking a huge toll on us right now as everything is up in the air. But let's just keep on with good faith, good spirits, good energy. And my suggestion to you all who are feeling very uneasy during these times is to engage in productive activities, like read, and not things that are on the internet. Like put your phone away, detach from your phone, okay? Disconnect for a minute and go exercise, go walk. Go take a nap, do things that you enjoy and that will keep you busy during we get the outcome of all the votes and whatnot. So I know that's exactly what I'm doing, and that's why I am so happy to be doing this episode right now, to kind of keep my mind off of things. And I had a good workout today. I taught classes this morning, so I've been pretty occupied during the last 24 hours or so. So it's been nice to kind of I'm still feeling the uneasiness, but I feel, I'm trying to stay productive, trying to stay positive, and just, going about my day. What we're going to be talking about in today's episode is all about rest days. Are they important? Do you need them? What to do? Signs you need rest? When to talk to a pro? So this is a part of everyone's regimen, exercise regimen, that I always emphasize with all of my clients, all of my members. You cannot have a successful fitness program without proper rest periods and recovery in there. I am so big on resting and recovering. You don't actually build muscle and lose weight while you're working out, that 1 hour you're putting in the gym, right? It may feel that way while you're working out. You're I'm burning all these calories, instant. But in reality, the changes are going to happen when you're out of the gym, the 23 hours left that are not in that 1 hour of exercise that you're doing. So it's, your sleep, it's your stretching, your eating habits, stress, all of that is part of your rest day and recovery, which we're going to get into all of it in the nitty-gritty detail today. Again, this is something I feel very passionate about, especially me being a fitness professional. I always reiterate time and time again about how important resting is, resting in between your sets, resting in between the days you work out, and just knowing when to take a step back from working out, from exercise. And again, this is so vital for a successful training program. Whatever training regimen you got going on, rest days need to be included in there. We're always told to stay active and get regular exercise. But whether you're training for a competition or feeling extra motivated, more isn't always better, okay? Rest days are just as important as exercise. In fact, a successful fitness regimen isn't complete without rest days. You guys are going to keep hearing me say that over and over on today's episode, and that's because I really want you guys to get that engraved in your minds that a successful fitness regimen isn't complete without proper rest days. All right? Taking regular breaks allows your body to recover and repair. It's a critical part of progress, regardless of your fitness level or sport. Okay, the pros need rest, the beginners need rest, and everyone else in between. Otherwise, skipping rest days can lead to overtraining or burnout, which in turn can lead to injuries. And we do not want that, right? We don't want any injuries or experiencing any type of pain. So in a nutshell, that's really why it's so important. It allows your body to just recover and repair from all of that heavy lifting and tension your body has been put under. And I want to get into the benefits here. The benefits, here's a look at the advantages of taking regular rest days. And the first one I already kind of touched on is that it allows time for recovery, okay? So, contrary to popular belief, a rest day isn't about being lazy on the couch. It's during this time that the beneficial effects of exercise take place. Specifically, rest is essential for muscle growth. So for all of my ladies out there who are trying to get slim thick with it, small waist, big booty, all that, you literally need to take time away from the gym to allow those muscles to recover, to build, and to grow. Exercise creates microscopic tears in your muscle tissue. But during rest, cells called fibroblasts repair it. And this helps the tissue heal and grow, resulting in stronger and bigger muscles. Also, your muscles store carbohydrates in the form of glycogen. And during exercise, your body breaks down glycogen to fuel your workout. Rest gives your body time to replenish these energy stores before your next workout. Y'all following me here? Hopefully you are. Okay, we might get a little nerdy from time to time on today's episode. So I want to make sure that I'm not losing you guys and that you are actually following with what I'm saying. So that's the first main benefit, is that it allows for recovery, especially if you're someone training for hypertrophy, aka muscle growth. You definitely want to be including consistent rest days in there. Number 2, rest days are important because it prevents muscle fatigue. Rest is necessary for avoiding exercise-induced fatigue. Remember, exercise depletes your muscles' glycogen levels, as I mentioned. If these stores aren't replaced or replenished, you'll experience muscle fatigue and soreness. Plus, your muscles need glycogen to function even when you're not working out. So by getting adequate rest, you'll prevent fatigue by letting your glycogen stores refill. Number 3, third benefit of including rest days is because it reduces risk of injury. Injury prevention is so important, you guys. Regular rest is essential for staying safe during exercise. Essential. When your body is overworked, you'll be more likely to fall out of form, drop away, or take a wrong step, right? So that's why it's really important to listen to your body, know when you're feeling a little more fatigued than usual, and, be like, okay, today I'm not going to train, and get back to it the next day. Because overtraining also exposes your muscles to repetitive stress and strain. And this increases the risk of overuse injuries, forcing you to take more rest days than planned. So say you wake up one morning and you feel like, I don't know, your quad or your knee is like bugging out a little bit, but you still decide to hit the gym and you try to go super hard in all of your sets. And instead of just taking that one rest day that you needed off to let your muscle, your knee kind of get back to normal, you're not going to need 3-4 days because you overtrained yourself, you overworked yourself, you still went and overexerted yourself in the gym, and now you have to take more rest days than planned. And then that's just going to set you back in your progress, and then you're going to feel down, and it's just a whole tumbling effect, right? So we're going to cut into a very brief break right now. And when we come back, we'll touch more on some of the benefits of incorporating rest days into your exercise routine.
Are you looking to learn more about the latest trends from the fitness world? Are you confused by all of the different trends that are out there? The GSMC Fitness Podcast is the place for you. The GSMC Fitness Podcast is the place to come for people of all skill and interest levels. Join us as we explore the latest trends in the fitness world. Does that new exercise really work? Should I try yoga? Whatever your question, chances are good you'll find an answer on the GSMC Fitness Podcast.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. So right before the break, we went through a few of the benefits, which, again, rest days allow time for recovery, it prevents muscle fatigue, overtraining, and it reduces risk of injury. Rest days are also important because it improves performance, okay? When you don't get enough rest, it can be hard to do your normal routine, let alone challenge yourself, right? For example, you might be less motivated to do an extra rep or run another mile. This literally happened to my brother last week. My brother trains at the gym that I teach at, and he stayed up super late the night before, didn't get enough rest, didn't let his body heal from the daily, from all the toxins he was exposed to the day before. And he had to wake up really early to go to this exercise class that he signed up for. And he needs to show up because if he doesn't, he gets charged $10, right? As most fitness studios do. That's a policy almost across everywhere. So he signed up for this class early in the morning, stayed up late, didn't allow his body to fully rest. So when he showed up to the gym that next morning, feeling restless and tired and just overly fatigued, he even told me that his performance level was crap, okay? Like, he said that he couldn't even lift as heavy as he normally would. He was lifting like 50% or less. He just felt totally weak, and he felt like he wasted his time at the gym. And no one wants to feel like that, right? When they're working out. It's one of the worst things. It's like when you go to the gym and you just feel like you are just wasting time, not being productive, not really getting the most out of your time there. So he was very frustrated, and I reiterated to him that rest is so important, aka sleep. And there are other factors that factor into what a rest day should look like, but sleep is by far one of the most important things that everyone needs to do but tend to neglect, including my brother. And yes, I'm hella calling him out right now. So if he listens to this episode right now, I'm sorry, Juan, I'm calling you out, but it is what it is. So like I said, when you don't get enough rest, it can be hard to do your normal routine, let alone challenge yourself and push yourself in the gym. And even if you push yourself, overtraining decreases your performance. You may experience reduced endurance, slow reaction times, and poor agility. Rest has the opposite effect. Rest increases energy, it prevents fatigue, which prepares your body for consistently successful workouts. Okay, so again, rest is important for performance level. And lastly, just to wrap it up really quick, rest days are important because it supports healthy sleep. Yes, who doesn't like a good quality night's sleep? While regular exercise can improve your sleep, taking rest days is also helpful. Physical activity increases energy-boosting hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Constant exercise, however, overproduces these hormones, and you'll have a hard time getting quality sleep as a result, which only worsens fatigue and exhaustion. And rest can help you get better sleep by letting your hormones return to a normal, balanced state. I mean, can you imagine if you were just like constant activity all day? Your cortisol and adrenaline levels are going to be through the roof, and that's not going to let you fall asleep, right? You need those melatonin levels to kick in to stabilize you. So again, rest days, they're going to help you get that good night's sleep that I know a lot of us slack on a little bit, right? So in a nutshell, those are like the top 5 main points I wanted to highlight in terms of the benefits and the why, why you should incorporate rest days for exercise. Now we're going to get into how to do these rest days right. Okay, how to incorporate them correctly and effectively into your workout regimen. The ideal rest day looks different for each person. It depends on the intensity and frequency of your normal routine, along with your lifestyle outside of exercise. However, there are general guidelines for incorporating rest days in various workouts. The first is cardio. Typically, rest days aren't necessary for light cardio. This includes activities like leisurely walking or slow dancing, cycling, biking. It's safe enough to do every day unless your doctor says otherwise. But if you're doing moderate or vigorous aerobic activity, rest days are essential. It's recommended to take a rest day every 3 to 5 days. And if you do vigorous cardio, you want to take more frequent rest days. You can also have an active rest day by doing a light workout, like gentle stretching. To determine when you should rest, consider recommendations for aerobic activity. Each week, adults should get 150 to 300 minutes of moderate activity or 75 to 150 minutes of vigorous activity. You can also do a combination of moderate and vigorous activity. These guidelines can help you plan your rest days. For example, if you like to do 3 days of 50-minute vigorous cardio sessions, you can plan rest days and other workouts around them. Okay? So again, this is if you are a heavy cardio junkie, what I just explained is for you guys. So another way people incorporate rest days is running. So while running is a form of cardio, it usually requires a different approach to rest days. So all my runners up there, listen up. If you're a beginner, start running 3 days a week. Running too much too soon can lead to fatigue and overuse injuries. On the other days, let yourself rest or do different activities. Your other workouts should involve muscles you don't use while running. Rest days are even more important if you're training for a marathon. In the last 3 weeks before the event, it's best to rest more often. A personal trainer or running coach can explain how to rest based on your goals. Now let's talk about bodybuilding. So if you are someone who's Bodybuilding or weight training, this is for you. Bodybuilding or weight training incorporates rest days by rotating the muscles worked, aka split workout. After exercising a specific muscle group, let it rest for 1 to 2 days, and that gives your muscles a chance to repair and heal. On the other days, you train different muscles. So be sure to work opposing muscles to keep your body balanced. One way to do rest days is to assign a day for each body part. For instance, Monday can be leg day, Tuesday can be chest, and so on. My personal workout split recently changed over the last 3 weeks, and my change based on my hypertrophy goals. I am currently trying to gain weight, specifically in my lower body, but of course you can't really pinpoint exactly where you want to gain weight, unfortunately. So my goal is to grow my lower body, my thighs, my glutes. So my personal workout split, I'm about to give y'all the inside scoop. Y'all lucky. So my workout routine begins on a Tuesday, not a Monday. I know it's a little bit different, but that's just the way my schedule's set up. So Tuesday is my leg day, overall leg day. Wednesday, which is today, is my upper body, ab, and very light cardio day. So I usually will hop on the assault bike and I'll do like 10-minute intervals. Very light, very short. That's Wednesday. Thursday, I do quad-specific, quad-focused legs. So that's going to be things like squats, leg extension, front foot elevated lunge. Things that really target and focus in on my quads. Then Friday is glute-specific, glute focus. So I do hip thrusts, I do glute bridges, I do cable kickbacks. So really just focusing in on the glutes. Saturday is my rest day. Then Sunday, I do another overall leg day followed with light conditioning at the end of my workout. And then Monday again is my rest. So my rest days are usually Mondays and Saturdays. And it really just depends based on my week, but that's how it's been working out the last 3 weeks. And I've actually really been liking this workout split so far. I was a little bit nervous when I first embarked on this new workout split since I'm very big on rest days and making sure that I properly incorporate them where I need to. And I was afraid that I was incorporating too much lower body, right? In total, I'm training lower body 4 times a week, which I've never done before. Prior to this new workout program I wrote for myself, I was training my lower body 3 times a week. So my old workout split used to be Monday was lower body, Tuesday upper body, Wednesday lower body again, Thursday is a rest day, Friday is lower body or some type of cardio focused workout, and then Saturday was lower body or cardio focus, depending on what I did the day before. And then Sunday was the rest day. So I only did lower body 3 times. Now I'm doing it 4, but it's actually been really working out for me. Again, I'm working on opposing muscle groups to keep it all balanced. And I think this split is really working out for me personally. This might be too much on the beginner, but for me, I've been training now for about 3 years. So I feel like I've gone pretty accustomed to training a lot. And again, I make sure my water intake is on point. I'm getting my 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I'm getting that protein in, good nutrition. So all of those things play a huge role in proper rest and recovery. We're going to get into a really brief break right now. When we come back, we're going to discuss rest days for weight loss.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching.
Hey!
The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Hey y'all, welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. So right before the break, I really broke it down for y'all on my personal workout split. Again, everybody's split routine is going to differ based on goals and just how your body is feeling during that split. So now we're going to talk about rest and recovery for those individuals pursuing weight loss, fat loss. If you're trying to lose weight, you should still have regular rest days. Rest allows your muscles to rebuild and grow. And when you have more muscle, you'll burn more calories at rest. That's because muscle burns more energy than fat. And this is why I emphasize to these individuals who are pursuing fat loss and weight loss to focus on strength training more than the cardio. Okay? People have this myth that to lose weight, you have to do all these hours of cardio. And that's just absolutely not true. I mean, I've already dedicated an entire episode about this, about my personal weight loss journey, how I lost 30 pounds in about 6 months. But more importantly, I really sculpted and transformed my entire body. It's more than just losing the pounds. It's more than what the scale says. It's how I feel. It's how I look, really, and how I really transformed my image. And again, I hardly did any cardio. I just went really, really hard on my lifts, on my strength training routine. I made sure I had good form, good technique. I was exerting myself. I was progressively overloading. And you guys will get there for those who are pursuing weight loss. But anyway, I know I just went on a weird tangent. But yes, you still need rest days for those who are pursuing weight loss to allow your muscles to build and grow, because again, the more muscle you have, the more energy and fat you'll be burning. Additionally, when you feel refreshed, you'll be more likely to stick to your exercise routine. So we covered how to do your rest days right. We covered why they're important. Now let's get into what to do on your rest day. What does this consist of? Okay, what is it? I've already kind of touched on this throughout the episode already, but I want to get into greater detail right now. So, to get the most out of your rest day, consider the following. First, diet and protein. This is probably top 2 in rest and recovery. On rest days, your body generally needs less calories because you're not as active. But instead of trying to omit a specific number of calories, simply listen to your body. It will naturally ask for less food through satiety and hunger cues. It's also important to eat enough protein, even on rest days. Adequate protein intake supports the muscle repair that happens during rest. Active people need 1.2 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. And this should be evenly spaced throughout the day. So on rest days, you guys, you should also focus on carbs, okay? Eat complex carbs to restore your glycogen levels. Complex carbs are going to be things like whole wheat grain, pasta, bread. It's going to be sweet potato, which is my personal favorite. Any type of potato, okay? These foods are going to help restore your glycogen levels. And depending on your level of activity, you'll need 3 to 10 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. Water is another one. It's essential to drink enough water even when you're not working out. Staying hydrated prevents muscle cramps and delivers nutrients throughout your body. Fruits and vegetables, okay? So fruits and veggies offer healthy carbs and nutrients that support recovery. So that's in terms of diet and protein. Another thing to do on your rest day is yoga. So yoga is one of the best things you can do on a rest day. It's excellent for improving body awareness, breathing, and flexibility. It also helps you build strength while loosening your muscles. Plus, yoga promotes calmness, leaving you refreshed and ready for the next workout. You don't need a lot of time to enjoy the benefits of yoga. Just 10 to 15 minutes will help exercise recovery. Also, low impact workouts. Like yoga, low impact exercise is a great rest day activity. Low impact workouts help you stay active without overstressing your body. They also let you enjoy exercise in a more relaxing way. Examples of low impact workouts include walking, casual swimming, biking, dancing, and kayaking. And here are so now we got into the things that you should do, such as low impact workout, yoga, your diet and protein. These are things that you should take into account to get the most out of your rest day. So what are some signs that you need a rest day? How do you know, like, okay, it's time for me to take a step back, recharge so I can come back even stronger? If you notice any of the following signs, it might be time to take a break. The first one is sore muscles, okay? While it's normal to feel sore after exercise, persistent soreness is a red flag. It means your muscles haven't recovered from past workouts. So this is definitely a big one. I tell my members at the gym all the time that if you are feeling sore, do not come work out, because that is going to do more damage than good. That's going to lead to overtraining, which is going to lead to more pain, more discomfort, and possibly injuries. So definitely if you're feeling very, very sore, just don't even step into the gym. Also fatigue. So pay attention to extreme exhaustion. If you feel spent, let your body rest. I wish I would have told my brother this sooner before he walked into that exercise class the other day. Pain is another one. Pain is definitely a good indicator that you probably shouldn't be working out at the moment. Muscle or joint pain that doesn't go away might be a sign of an overuse injury. Emotional changes. When you're physically burnt out, hormones like serotonin and cortisol become imbalanced, right? And this can cause changes like irritability, crankiness, and mood swings. You see, I'm a Cancer, so I'm already all of those things. But no, for real, like if you're physically burnt out, these hormones can become imbalanced and can lead to these emotional changes. Sleeping issues is another one. So if you have high levels of cortisol and adrenaline, that can make it hard to get quality sleep. I know I stated that already, but just wanted to reiterate that point again. And reduced performance. If your normal routine feels difficult or if you stop seeing progress, then take a rest day. The rest can actually do way more good than if you were to step into that gym that day and work out. So I actually right now have been feeling some quad discomfort, which is so strange to me because, like, how do I pull my quad? And I feel it on my left side. I feel like a fat knot. So I might need to take a rest day tomorrow, which sucks because I really, really want to work out. But I also need to listen to my body and, like, know, when to step back as well for myself. So with all of that being said, when do you need to talk to a pro, okay? And here's when to talk to a pro. If you're new to exercise or if you haven't worked out in a very long time, talk to an exercise professional like a personal trainer. You can also talk to an exercise specialist if you want to try a new activity like bodybuilding or marathon training. A professional can determine the best workout for your fitness level, and they can also help you increase intensity, duration, and speed in a safe way. Most importantly, they can explain how to incorporate rest days based on your personalized routine. So all in all, whether you're a novice or seasoned athlete, regular rest is crucial. It's necessary for muscle repair, preventing fatigue, and overall performance. And to make the most out of your rest days, do low-impact workouts like yoga and walking. These activities will help you stay active while letting your body recover. And remember, without enough breaks, you're less likely to achieve the goals you made in the first place. Letting your body rest is the best thing you can do for your fitness success. So, you guys, I'm going to cut into a very brief break. When we come back, we're going to switch topics here, and we're actually going to be talking about exercise addiction. Yes, you heard it right. Exercise addiction is a thing, and that could be why you're not getting those rest days in. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The GSMC Life and Happiness podcast takes you on a journey of exploration. We'll discuss tried and true methods alongside the latest trends of how to best live your life to its fullest and happiest. From psychology to meditation, science to self-help books, the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast will help you to discover what makes you happy and how you can live life being the best you possible. Download the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. So we're switching gears here slightly, and we're going to be discussing exercise addiction and different signs your workout or the gym is controlling you. And I thought this would be a very interesting and important topic to discuss. It kind of goes hand in hand with rest days, knowing when to take a step back, when to step away from the gym and just give yourself a break, right? So we're going to be talking about how to tell if your gym habit is coming from an unhealthy place. Dr. Charlie Seltzer says he had to hit rock bottom before he could see the exhausting cycle of exercise addiction he was in. At one point, Dr. Charlie Seltzer was averaging 75 minutes, you guys, of cardiovascular exercise a day, 6 days a week, and living on minimal calories. But like any other addictive behavior, Dr. Charlie Seltzer quickly realized he needed more and more to get the same effect. It negatively impacted his life to the point where he would panic if he had to cut a workout short by even 5 minutes or go out to dinner where he couldn't control his food. The cycle, explains Dr. Charlie Seltzer, broke when he burnt out. He says it's been a journey, but exercise now is about enjoyment and the process, not because he feels compelled to do it. And I think that's so strong what he just said, because I know a lot of people who feel this way, who are working out and like not even enjoying the process. You know, they're not enjoying the process, the journey. They literally feel compelled to do it. Exercise addiction isn't an official mental disorder. However, the link between compulsive exercise and disordered eating often go hand in hand. In fact, the link is so strong that some researchers say they can't exist independently from one another at all. While the continuum of compulsive exercise is broad, being able to identify signs early may help you stop the cycle before it reaches the level of addiction. So here are some signs, you guys, that your gym habit or someone you know, their gym habit is coming from an unhealthy place. And the first one is that you work out to make up for meals or body parts you don't like. This is some tea, y'all, because I know so many people who work out for the sole purpose of like eating a cheeseburger right after. The biggest sign that your exercise habit is actually unhealthy is if you're exercising too often and intensely in order to compensate or punish yourself for your daily food intake or what you perceive to be true about your body. And this is such like a mental disturbance, y'all, because we shouldn't be viewing food as, you know, we shouldn't be attaching emotions to food. We shouldn't view it an item as good or bad. We just shouldn't, because then it leads to things like this, where you are working out to make up for that meal. And it's very unhealthy. Another sign is that you're always at the gym, okay? If the front desk staff at your gym know more about you than your coworkers, you might be spending too much time there, okay? Dr. Candace Setti says, while gym rats might spend a few hours a week at the gym, such as an hour a day, those who are obsessed with the gym and exercise might spend 3 or 4 hours there each day or frequent the gym a few times a day. 3, another sign that you might be addicted to the gym is that you feel tired most of the time. Unhealthy gym habits often lead to fatigue and exhaustion from spending too much time working out and not enough time taking care of your body. Dr. Setti says this can put stress on your body and the body's system, leading you to become sick or injured from spending too much time at the gym. Sign number 4, you change plans to accommodate your workout schedule. Are you someone who cancels plans at the last minute or make adjustments in your schedule to accommodate your workouts? Dr. Setti explains, people obsessed with the gym frequently find themselves changing their plans or planning activities and social engagements around the time they usually would spend in the gym. For example, someone who has exercise addiction might turn down going for dinner with friends because it interferes with the hours they'd spend in the gym. Now, let me just say that there have definitely been times where I switch plans or plan my day around my workout, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you are not wanting to socialize with friends, not wanting to go out for dinner with friends or family to spend time in the gym instead, then that's when the issue comes in, okay? If you're doing it consistently as well. If it happens, once here and there, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Next sign that your gym addiction can be coming from an unhealthy place is your feelings about exercise include words like mandatory, guilt, anxiety, and rigid. When it comes to exercise, the goal is to feel better, right? Not worse while you're doing it. Matt Strandberg, RDN at Walden Behavioral Care, says the following signs indicate a healthy relationship with physical activity might be transitioning to an unhealthy habit, obsession, or dangerous compulsion. So here are the following signs. You maintain a rigid exercise regimen despite dangerous weather conditions or threats to physical health, mental health, or both. Your main goal is to burn calories or lose weight. You experience persistent fear, anxiety, or stress regarding negative body changes if you can't exercise. The thought of not exercising makes you feel anxious, and you feel guilty if you miss or don't complete an exercise session. 6, your results are diminishing. Too much time in the gym often equates to diminished results. For example, certified fitness trainer Jeff Bell says if you find yourself constantly skipping rest days to fit in workouts 7 days a week, you're in the overtraining zone. Okay? And he continues to explain, saying you may become irritable, lose sleep, and your appetite. Too much of a good thing can go wrong very quickly in this case. So this is exactly why incorporating rest days into your fitness regimen is so key and so vital for this exact reason that I just mentioned. Lastly, the final sign that you may have a gym addiction is that you have a negative body image. Countless hours working out won't fix your body image. In fact, there's a good chance it might make it worse. A lot of people who are gym obsessed find that they have a poor body image, Dr. Eddie says. They see an unrealistic version of themselves and strive to perfect it, even if it's not healthy for them to keep indulging it. An unrealistic body image can lead to eating disorders as well as over-exercising. So with all that being said, I read to you guys some of the signs, the 7 signs that your workout is controlling you and coming from an unhealthy place. So again, I'll go through them one last time just in case you guys missed one. So 1, you work out to make up for meals or body parts you don't like. 2, you're always at the gym. 3, you feel tired most of the time. 4, you change plans to accommodate your workout schedule. 5, your feelings about exercise include words like mandatory, guilt, anxiety, and rigid. 6, your results are diminishing. And 7, you have a negative body image. So you guys, we're going to cut into a very brief break right now. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the next steps to take for a healthier relationship with you and exercise. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of the same old news? Are you sick of the seemingly endless political spin and negativity? The GSMC America Still Beautiful podcast is a weekly news podcast covering all the top positive and uplifting news stories. We cover stories that will inspire, uplift, and remind you of the good in the world. Tune into the Golden State Media Concepts America Still Beautiful podcast to get all the great and positive news stories of today. Download the GSMC America Still Beautiful podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. We are now entering the final segment of today's show, and we're going to be talking about a few steps to take for a healthy relationship with exercise. So you may be someone who is listening to this episode right now. I talked about some of the signs of gym addiction, and you may be sitting there like, this sounds like me. What do I do to fix it? What can I do to make it better? The first is to keep a workout journal. And this is what I do. And a workout journal will help you identify feelings and patterns connected to exercise. And I really, really like this idea, honestly. Not only does it help me stay on track, but you visually see all of the hard work that you do and all of the stress that you put on your body. And in your workout journal, you can include, the days you exercise, the activities you do, how you feel while working out, how much time you devote to fitness that day, how you feel both emotionally and physically when you're not working out and on your rest days. And this is one of my favorite things to do. Honestly, it's one of the best things to do. Even if you don't have a gym addiction, I think incorporating this into your regimen is a really good habit. Once you identify those feelings, registered dietitian and yoga teacher Claire Tuning says you can work to find ways to shift the mindset around movement to freedom and mobility rather than punishment. She says this is imperative to the success of a sustainable wellness journey. Change things up. If any of the warning signs sound familiar, it might be time for a change. Ideally, you should allow your body some time to rest and recover, but we all know how difficult that can be. If the thought of complete rest sends your anxiety into overdrive, consider maybe swapping out a few of your workouts for active rest days. Engaging in activities like yoga, walking, tai chi, and swimming. Give your body and your mind a much needed break. And, if that doesn't work out, it's not bad, but you can always just seek professional help. There's nothing wrong with talking to a professional about how you're feeling and trying to find ways to cope with what you're feeling, right? So sometimes the quest to find the balance between healthy and obsessive exercise is difficult to do on your own. And seeking professional help via your doctor or a mental health expert who specializes in exercise addiction or sports psychology might be the best place to start. They can help you identify the patterns and behaviors that contribute to your unhealthy relationship with exercise and work toward finding ways to make fitness a balanced part of your life, right? Fitness shouldn't be your whole life, but it should definitely be a part of your life. You feel me? And one last thing before I wrap it up that I forgot to mention, as far as keeping a workout journal, I have another recommendation that kind of goes hand in hand with that. If you're someone who doesn't want to write things down at the gym, or you don't want to write things down on the notes in your iPhone, there's this app that I use. Well, it's actually like a training device. It's called MyZone. So it's very similar to an Apple Watch, except cheaper. First of all, cheaper. And this device wraps around your sternum, your waist. So again, it's called MyZone. You wrap it around your waist. And I actually prefer this way more than the actual, than the actual Apple Watch, because it's so much more, what's the word I'm looking for? I totally blinked out. It's so much more precise. and correct, because it's getting your heart rate from your sternum rather than your wrist, right? So it's just really cool. It tracks your calories. It lets you know where your heart rate is at. And it's just a really cool device, and it's really helpful in helping you stay on track, letting you know the days you exercise, the activities you do. And at the end of the workout, it even asks you how you feel. How do you feel after this workout? So it really does all the guesswork for you. So again, if you're somebody who's like not about writing things down, or you don't want to worry about writing it down on your phone, then MyZone is a great tool to invest in. So you guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode here at the GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode regarding rest days, why rest days are so important and vital for your success in your fitness journey. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of the above, and I'll catch you guys here next week.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Health and Wellness Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.